Business decisions are always a gamble. Sometimes you just lose. Ask Walmart about their attempt to enter the Japanese market, or Home Depot about their failed expansion into China. Management accepts that risk. But what happens when a decision doesn't just fail, but unleashes a whole new set of problems? What happens when the cure is worse than the disease? That's the ghost in the machine, the unintended consequence. Take the decision to prohibit alcohol in the United States. The intended result was a more moral, sober society. The unintended consequence? The birth of organized crime. Suddenly, smuggling and bootlegging became billion-dollar industries. Tax revenues plummeted, and figures like Al Capone became household names.
Or consider a more modern, seemingly prudent decision. When uncertainty hits, companies freeze hiring, slash marketing, and halt expansion. The intended result is to save money and weather the storm. But when every company does it, demand dries up. The entire economy gets poorer, and no one is positioned to grow when the sun comes out again. It's a self-inflicted wound. The pattern is everywhere. We launched high-fructose corn syrup as a cheap, stable sweetener. We didn't intend for it to contribute to a global diabetes crisis and create air pollution from its processing plants. We expanded cocoa plantations to meet the world's insatiable demand for chocolate. We didn't intend for 70% of illegal deforestation in the Ivory Coast to be tied to cocoa farming. We certainly didn't intend for 2 million children in Ghana and the Ivory Coast to be put to work in hazardous conditions just to satisfy our sweet tooth. So why does this keep happening? The simplest answer is that we can't predict the future. Specifically, we fail to predict how people, employees, customers, competitors will react, all chasing their own self-interest.
Our own minds betray us. We fall for the continuity assumption, believing the world of tomorrow will operate by the exact same rules as the world of today. And we trust the causality assumption, the arrogant belief that our brilliant decision will produce exactly the outcome we want and nothing else. These mental shortcuts, applied to complex challenges like globalization or new technology, have left companies with crippling performance issues, tangled in messes of their own making. It's impossible to completely eliminate the risk, but we can get smarter. We can adopt a systems thinking mindset. This isn't about having a crystal ball. It's about trading your microscope for a wide-angle lens. It's the discipline of seeing the whole board, all the connections, the feedback loops, the complex dynamic forces, and the other players. It forces you to ask, if we push here, what wobbles over there? By mapping out these potential chain reactions, we can spot the most dangerous paths before we walk down them and focus on safer alternatives. It all comes down to one critical question, a question every leader should have tattooed on their brain before signing off on any major decision. Are we aware of the unintended consequences of our action?